All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Was getting everything set up, but we're in now. We're ready to roll. So we got a good Sunday night football game here. Bears, Texans. We got Michael back with us again for this one. So yeah, we had a great crowd. Last game over 150 viewers on live. So hopefully we can get back up to that in this one. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to American Football Network on YouTube. Help us hit 2,100 subs by the end of September. I think we're about 70 away from that goal as of right now. And then also, Michael, which one do you do now?
Um,
It's Ohio
it's
State
just
hype videos, right?
Ohio State hype videos for now. I'm planning on starting a new one because my appeal did not work. So for some reason, um, so I'm planning on starting a new one just overall, but I just have to wait to get it verified and all that. So I'm not. So
Okay.
I'm waiting
So yeah,
to start it. But
I'll go grab your link and I'll throw that one in the chats. I'll throw mine in there as well for everybody. As Williams on second 10 makes a nice pass out to Swift
yeah,
for gain of about 8 as he was getting pressure down on him. Stood in
not
there
gonna lie.
tall, took a bit of a hit, made a pass.
Not gonna lie, I thought number 11 was Darnell Mooney for a second, but I forgot he's not on the Bears anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll get you slacking every now and then with the numbers. Guys
I need
changing
I
teams.
need minimal 70 points from CJ tonight.
Wow. Yeah, thankfully I've in both of my leagues I'm the highest scoring team. So
I
I'm doing
mean,
all right.
the first week one I won, so I'm 1-0. So the worst I would be 1-1. But
Okay, well yeah, see that's not bad. All right, there's my link and I just sent Ohio State Hype Videos link as well. So go check us both out. Go help support us. We appreciate all of you guys who do and everybody tuning in, watching as the Bears moving the ball down the field a little bit here. They got it at the Texans' 26-yard line now. There's the handoff to Swift, and he'll pick
oh,
up
you're
about
way
2,
ahead of
maybe
me.
3.
I have
What's
it
that?
second and 10 at the Bears 47.
Well, mine's buffering now, so I'll probably be back with you.
I'm at 7:15 and clock running.
Okay, I'm 554, but we've been buffering for a minute.
I'll catch up slowly but surely.
Yeah, by halftime, you'll be probably 2 minutes ahead of me. It's
Maybe
usually
I
the
should just took Caleb
usually the
Williams, my quarterback.
yeah usually the way it plays out. Williams looking a lot better to start this game than he did last game.
I
Five
will
of
say,
five for 55 yards here.
I not on the topic of Caleb Williams, but I have high hopes for Kamari Lassiter, the safety for the Texans.
I do too. I think he's going to be a good player. As a second and 8 now for the Bears, is going to be another run with Swift, and he'll lose a yard. Make it 3rd and 9 here.
Because I know
I
with
got
this
five.
game, all the
I got
focus.
5:10 on the clock and counting.
I got 6:04 in clock running.
Okay. Looks like ESPN's ahead of both of us.
Yeah, I will say, I know all the rookie attention is going to go to Caleb Williams and Romo Dunze in this game. Mainly Caleb Williams though, but Kamari Lassiter might be one of the more underrated rookies in the NFL this year.
Yeah, he might be as Caleb Williams on the 3rd and 9 gets folded by Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, and that'll force a field goal here for the Bears try and tie this game up.
Who's number 0 for the Texans?
I'm trying to read that name. Oh,
Something.
it's like Al Sharir or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I know his name. I just can't pronounce it. As Santos for the 53-yard kick.
Which,
And
if
it's
you
good
look
right
at
down
the
the middle.
ESPN graphic,
Off
it's
the
kind of a
yeah,
spoiler, but
off the crossbar. It looked good midway through the kick. I said good right down the middle. It looked high up there. But that one
I
actually
just saw the sack.
died there at the end and bounced off the crossbar and in through the uprights.
I
Wow.
just saw the sack where what you were talking about there. He really did get folded. Do you have any um, score predictions for this game?
I'm gonna say 27-13 Houston.
I'm gonna
I
go.
think the Texans defense is really good. I think that they're going to make adjustments as it goes on. And I think when you look at the Houston offense, they're just going to be too much. I just think that they're better. Not a nice drive there from Caleb Williams, 5 of 5 for 55 yards. What I do worry about is DeAndre Swift on the drive, 4 carries for -3 yards. So it's like, are they going to be able to run the football? Because if they can't run the football and this game is solely based on Caleb Williams making throws, it might get ugly quick.
Well, I have Texas 31-17.
Okay, so pretty similar there. As we will also have the football expert joining us, I believe probably sometime in the second quarter or around halftime, he'll be jumping in here with us too and go the rest of the way with us.
I
Michael, you
will
gonna be good
say,
to stay the whole time?
not 100% sure on that yet.
Okay, sounds good.
Have to go with the flow, as it says, as it
I hear
goes.
you. But yeah, so we got a good game capping off a good slate of games all day. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh,
A lot of good
um,
games.
while we're on ad here, quick, figured I would address this quick. Since we didn't really get to go into it between me and you yet, you have any thoughts on that pass interference call that cost the Bengals the game? I personally thought, as you probably heard, I thought it was not the right call by the refs in that situation for the refs to be deciding the game.
I feel the same way, and it's one of those that's hard because he got there slightly early. He did, but at the same time, if he got there on time, the Chiefs aren't catching the football. They aren't getting the first down. So it's in the way that they've let them play all game, especially the pushing and shoving after the play. Like they've let them be physical and hit each other. As it actually didn't hit the crossbar, it hit the camera that sits in the middle of the field goal post is what it hit and bounced in. So it would have been good. Hit the camera and carried the rest of the way in. But
Justin
yeah,
Tucker.
it's just like it's one of those things you've let it go all game long, and now you decide to call it. Yes, it's a penalty, but with the way the game had been going, that's one you don't call. But oh well, they made the call, and that's what happened. Kansas City lucks out with the refs again.
Kind of reminiscent of the call with the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Obviously, not in the same spot and not the same call, but kind of reminiscent of that.
Yeah, and I mean that team is too good with too many veteran leaders on that team to give them opportunities. When you have the chance to put them away, you better do it because You give them something like what, giving up that 4th and 16, they'll find a way to kill you. And they will, that because they won't leave the opportunity open for you to come back. They'll put you away. So you have to put them away when you have the opportunity to. And the Bengals, they just weren't quite able to do it.
In your opinion, who is the most important player for the Bears this game, besides Caleb Williams, if they were to pull off the upset?
Um,
I'm going to go Keenan.
Not really a specific player, but a unit in whole, I think is going to be the linebacking core. If they can stop this run game and also take away Dalton Schultz in the middle of the field in the short intermediate, I think that gives the Bears a great opportunity to win the football game. Just if they can, because the Bears defense is awful. It's
Speaking of
not
the
the
middle of the
best. The
field,
secondary is a little weak. The secondary is a little weak, but if they're able to do that and stop the run and make CJ Stroud have to throw the ball, don't get me wrong, CJ Stroud, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but if you can make them do that, I think, if your offense can establish a run game, I think that's what you have to do to win the football game.
now I'll ask you conversely, who is the player that has to perform the best for the Texans besides CJ for the Texans to win the game?
I think Will Anderson getting pressure on Caleb Williams, as he already has. Keep getting that pressure on him, hit him, because if you can rattle a young quarterback just making his second start, that you've won the game.
As we already saw with one sack tonight as well.
For sure, for sure.
So I'm currently at 2:30 clock rolling right now, 2nd and 7. CJ back to pass, looking, battle up in the air, almost intercepted. CJ's second incompletion. And in my opinion, that one person or that unit for the Bears tonight, in my opinion, would be the defensive line. Because they are, ultimately going to play a bigger role of stopping the run more so than the linebackers, of course. Plus, you have to make CJ uncomfortable, get him out of the pocket, kind of as you expressed with Caleb Williams as well.
For sure, 100%. Yeah. As a nice pass to the tight end down the sideline, that's going to be Stover for a big gain.
That Buckeye connection.
That's right.
Developed here.
That'll get them up
Buckeyes
past
fans say.
midfield, down inside the 40. Maybe, yeah. A huge gain there.
Also, I will allude to the Nico Collins catch when it was 4th and 1. There on that play. If you're Nico Collins, you can't put your team in that situation. You just got to turn up north and south and get the first down.
Exactly. And there goes Tank Dell on the end around for 18 more yards down to the 14 of Chicago. Houston on a drive here, 1st and 10 from the Bears 14-yard line as we're under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Now, a little college headline here. This also revolves around Cade Stover as well. There's a college headline. I don't know if you know who 11 Warriors is or not. They are kind of the storyline people for Ohio State. Multiple other people as well were commenting on this. Cade Stover, back in 2022, I believe it was when Michigan blew Ohio State out at home. I believe it was 2022, I'm going to say. Or is that 21? It was one of those years. But Cade Stover was on that team with CJ. That was CJ's last year. Cade Stover obviously would stay one more year. And this came out about a week or two ago now, if that. Cade Stover saying that and also accusing Michigan of cheating, basically saying Michigan knew Ohio State was running a tight end screenplay that Ohio State had not ran a single time in the season before they ran it against Michigan.
Wow. Is that right? There's a terrible call at the end of the first quarter, calling on sportsmanlike conduct on Nico Collins for pushing the dude in the face. The Bears cornerback has his pointer finger pointing in Nico Collins' face through his face mask, and they don't call nothing. And Nico shoves him, kind of punch shove to the helmet, get him out of his face, and then but you know what they say, they always catch the second person, not the
Yeah,
first
I
person. But
was just about
we're
to
going to
say
take a
that.
quick break. Yeah, that'll be 2nd and 24. Texans will have the ball at the 28, but we're going to take a quick break for commercial. We'll be right back with you guys in just a moment.
Also, quickly while we're on ad break, I just saw this headline. Tyler Van Dyke, I know we were talking about him earlier on the other stream, talking about we didn't know what his injury situation is. Now got a report that he is most likely out for the remainder of the season. He will be out to at least week 10 at the minimum. So
As we are starting off the second quarter, tie game here. I think if you're a Bears fan, tied 3-3 at the end of one, I think you're happy with it. Obviously, the Texans driving right now, but have it right now. It is a 2nd and 24 from the Bears 28-yard line. So, but both these teams though with long field goals, 56-yarder, 56-yarder from Fairbairn for the Texans, and 53-yarder from the Bears. Cairo Santos, that one hit off the camera on the crossbar. Pretty crazy bounce, and just play in general on that one. But as we look now to start back, it's going to be 2nd 24, 28. Stroud dropping back to pass, looking, has a man over the middle. It's caught and into the end zone for a touchdown. And then the stiff arm when he's in the end zone. Nico Collins, the man who just got the penalty that pushed him back, gets a touchdown, bodies the defender in the end zone, and then celebrates as the Texans go up 9-3. But hold on, there is a flag down.
I will
It's going
say,
to be illegal hands to the face on the defense. They're going to decline that one, so the touchdown stands.
quick, you were just stressing how important it was for the Bears linebackers and safeties in the middle of the field to be good this game. Ring a ding ding right down the middle of the field.
Right down the middle of the field against zone coverage.
The Bears defensive coordinators look is just like uh
The best part of all of it was Collins just absolutely throwing the defensive back off of him in the end zone.
I don't know if you heard what I said early into our ad break or not, but um gotten a I know we were talking about Tyler Van Dyke and all that on last stream about injury and update and all that.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunate news. He is most likely out to the week it is ended. Is most likely out for the rest of the season. If it'll be back, it won't be till like week 10 or 11.
Gosh, yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Hate that for him. Hate that for him.
But then the only good thing if you're Tyler Van Dyke, which I shouldn't say good thing, the only silver lining I should say is with him being injured this early and this being his 5th year, he technically should, if he were not to be able to play the rest of the season, get another year of eligibility if he wanted it.
And it's sad to see because he was such a talented guy at Miami 2 years ago, and then it's like all that is just gone.
I mean, and it didn't even look that serious when he went down. It just looked like, a normal tackle, nothing wrong.
That's just
Shows you how fast life can change.
it does. It does. It truly does. Just show you how quick it can change and how weak some people not in a bad way, but just how exhausted some people's muscles can be to where and how weak they have been because they aren't recovering properly. A normal tackle just
Also,
absolutely completely mess you up.
more bad news on the injury front, unfortunately. I don't know if you saw, but David Bell got carted off in the Browns game earlier today. Dislocated hip.
Man, you never want to see guys go down, especially not early in the season. They work all off season for it and then have it taken away so quickly. Here goes the Bears. DJ Moore on the end around and nothing. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 2nd and 10 now.
I will ask you, based off that DJ Moore end around, do you think the Bears get a little too a little too what's the word I'm looking for? Saucy at times for the younger generation, I guess you could say. Try to have a little too
Um,
fun, in other words.
I could see it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they will.
And I know I already went over the Bears for my impact player slash position. It was the defense line, so I'll go over my Texans quick while Bears had the ball. For the Texans, in my opinion, it's probably got to be the secondary. Obviously, with Caleb Williams already being 7-7 for 61 yards tonight, obviously the defense line will have to play a big role into that as well. Exhibit A. Did Williams even get out of the tackle box? That might be intentional grounding.
What's that? You're going in and out pretty bad.
I am. I said, uh,
I
I
think he
said
asked
I
if
don't even
Williams
know
got
if
out of the
Williams
tackle
got.
box.
Yeah, I don't even know if he got out of the tackle box or not.
I think he did. They didn't call a flag.
Yeah, am I still breaking in and out?
It's better now.
Okay. So what I was saying is my impact people for the or position for the Texans is the secondary.
Yeah.
Mainly because, you know, the Bears don't have a great run game. And, they're going to throw it more. And Caleb Williams already pretty much outperforming himself from last week. And, we all know Caleb Williams has the arm talent. He is a great passer. Don't get me wrong. I will say the one thing this defense and secondary can't fall for is eye candy. The Bears, some drives will have a lot of motion, some drives they won't. But a lot of times, especially a time or two last week, you would see defenses falling for the Bears' eye candy, and that is the main thing that you can't fall for if you're the Texans.
Oh, I agree. I agree completely.
Because see, Exhibit A on the end around by Moore, I believe it was, you said, he got the end around. Next time they run that end around, Moore won't get the ball. I guarantee it. And I bet you everybody will start running to that side. I'll put $20 on it. I will say there's one flaw of Caleb Williams, and obviously he's a rookie, so there's time to fix everything and all of that.
I don't know what happened there, but we just lost Michael. Let me text him that way he can join back in with us. Sounds like he's having some internet issues. But the Texans going to take over up 10-3. They'll have the ball at their own 23-yard line. They'll start 1st and 10. They'll be looking to go extend their lead here from just a touchdown. As there's a nice pass and catch on 3rd and 10 to Stephon Diggs. A huge catch for him. Will bring up a 1st down. Looks like we're going to review on this one to see if he got 2 feet down. There we go. We got Michael back in here with us. There we go. We got you back now.
I don't know what happened there. Just booted me out. Oh. Bit of a ticky-tack call with the no PI call on Johnson there to make it 3rd and 10 for Houston, in my opinion.
I think this play is going to stand as a catch.
Diggs is already complaining to CJ again. People will start saying.
I think it's going to stand as a catch.
Did it stand?
It looks like he got 2 feet down to me.
Who are you talking about? Diggs? Yep.
Yeah, it looks like he got 2 feet down to me, and not only that, but they count it as a catch on the field. I just have a hard time seeing them overturn it.
As I was saying before, something happened to me and I somehow got kicked off or whatever. The one thing with Caleb Williams, and as I was saying, obviously he's a rookie and all that, so he still has time to fix it, is that he sometimes tries to make the simple plays into difficult plays.
Yeah, he does. I agree.
And also, that's not even a question that he got 2 feet down. That's obvious. I don't know why you even need a review for that.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I get it's harder to see it when it's live,
And that's a
moving
challenge
so
too.
fast, but yeah, shouldn't be very long.
I don't know if you're aware of it, but that was actually a coach's challenge.
Yeah, the Bears challenged that one,
That is not a
and
smart
they
challenge.
failed. The ruling was upheld. The play stands. The Bears use their first timeout. Houston will have it 1st and 10 on their own 44. So near midfield and driving.
Also, just MLB stat here: Cleveland Guardians' magic number to win the AL Central is now down to 4. Have you seen that Dan Campbell Applebee's ad? That's just talk.
You cutting in and out again. What'd you say again?
I said, have you seen that Dan Campbell's Applebee ad? Am I still cutting in and out?
Yeah, I just caught the last end of that.
Okay, let me try and adjust some
All I heard
things
was
here.
Dan. All I heard was Dan Campbell and then in and out.
Uh, let me go settings. Oh, yes, I want that. Can you hear me any better?
Sounds better now.
Okay, I adjusted the speaker instead of just normal since I don't use a computer.
It's a little better. It's starting to go in and out a little bit now.
Um, I was saying, have you seen that Dan Campbell Applebee's ad? Am I cutting in and out again already?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. As a huge pass now to Nico Collins, and the Texans have it. Another
how
first
did
down
CJ even get rid of that?
past midfield.
Um,
Yeah, Collins with the catch up around the 36, 37 yard line of Chicago.
I mean, I
And
can
that
put
will set
headphones
the Texans
on,
up
but
on
my
fourth
voice would
down.
be like really, really loud.
I think it's probably a connection issue, probably not your mic settings.
I mean, I have full internet bars, so
I don't know. StreamYard's kind of weird. Sometimes it'll, because like my internet always shows up as full bars, but sometimes on StreamYard, I'll be going in and out or something will
here
be
I'll
messed up. I'm not sure what it is.
I'll leave quick and then rejoin, see if that helps at all.
Okay. So Houston now going to have it third down and about 6, I think. Yeah, third down and 6 here in Bears territory. They're in field goal range, but you'd like to get a first down here and go get a touchdown. Stroud dropping back, going to throw. He's got it to Diggs, who dives, and they're going to mark him a yard short. They mark him a yard short. They're discussing it. They're saying that his body carried out of bounds.
Okay, is it any better now?
Sounds better.
Okay. You know those 2 arrows at the bottom and the top of your internet bars?
Yeah.
Those were blinking, so I'm wondering if I wasn't getting full connection, but they're
I
solid
got
now.
you.
Also, it appears he had that first down.
I think he did. Now we're going to see a challenge from Houston here.
This is going to turn to the South Carolina LSU game, 4.5 hours. Okay, while my volume's good for a second here, do you have any thoughts on how the 2 quarterbacks have been playing so far?
Yeah, I mean, Stroud playing like you'd expect, 11 of 14, 136 yards, a touchdown. I think Caleb Williams is playing a little bit better than people might have expected, especially after last week, 7 of 8 for 61 yards. But, I mean, he really isn't doing anything impressive. He's not really throwing the ball downfield, just kind of been more shorter stuff. Not really, not really doing a whole lot. So I'm not in. I wouldn't say I'm impressed with him, but I do think he's playing a little bit better than people would have thought. Um, I do think he
Would
is
you
playing a little bit better than people
would you
thought.
reach better? Would you reach? Would you say? Well, I can't talk. Would you reach to say he was better than last week yet?
I mean, so far, yeah, I would. I mean, he pretty much has to be. You can't get much worse than he was last week, other than throwing interceptions. But I mean,
What were his
he's
stats
7 of
last
8 for
week anyhow?
61 yards. He's only thrown one incompletion in the game, and his yardage is almost what it was at last game, and he hasn't really thrown much in the second quarter. So this is basically in a quarter's work. So I mean, yeah, I think pretty much everybody would say that as of right now, obviously there's still time for him to go throw 5 interceptions in this game. But as of right now, I think everybody would pretty much agree that he's playing better.
May I ask, how did Houston get 13?
What's that?
How did Houston get 13?
The ruling of short of the first down stood on the challenge. They kick a field goal.
Bad call, in my opinion. I thought it was pretty clear that he got the
As they're
first down,
showing us the
at least the
angles
half a
now.
yard. About to get a better view of it here.
Yeah, I think that one should have been a first down.
That's clear as day a first down. That's like a first down by almost more than half a yard. I mean, it is when the ball crosses the out of bounds line that it is considered dead, right?
Yeah.
That might explain it.
Yeah, it was close. It looked like the nose of the ball was right on that marker, but I mean, if you call it short on the field, that I do like them standing by that because there wasn't enough evidence to go either way. That's for sure.
I mean, what were Brock Purdy's stats
So
today?
what's that
Do we know what Brock Purdy's stats were today?
for who?
The 49ers, Brock Purdy, the quarterback.
Oh, for Brock Purdy. Yeah, 1 second, because he's my fantasy quarterback in one league. Not my choice, but I forgot to draft a quarterback until like the 13th round. All right, so Brock Purdy today, 28 of 36, 319 yards, a touchdown, a pick, 2 carries for 12 yards.
The 69 fantasy points for that seem accurate to you?
No,
Because that's what Sleeper has him
he
at.
got me. He got me 15.
On Sleeper?
Yeah, on sleeper.
Then why did he get 69 point something for me for my opponent?
Um, your scoring in your league might be different.
Because CJ said he averages like 69 point something things a game, 69 point so many points a game.
Yeah, your scoring must be different than the standard scoring. Because usually quarterback, like the top quarterbacks are usually averaging like 24, 25 most.
So it's that. So if that's the case, I might have a shot to actually beat him.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now when you told me you needed Stroud to get 75 points. Because when you had asked, was that possible earlier? I was thinking standard scoring, and that's basically impossible for him to
Well,
have done that.
really 70 to 65 to 70, but 75 would give me padding.
Okay.
What if I just replace CJ with Kirk Cousins and get some more points on Monday Night Football? But you're probably not allowed to do that. Wait, do the Falcons play tomorrow?
Yep, they'll be in Philly taking on the Eagles.
Yeah, I have CJ as my quarterback, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyreek Hill, somebody else, a guy that I've never heard of before got me like 35 points. I had Zach Charbonnet and Blake Corum. And I had the Tampa Bay
Gotcha.
defense.
3rd and inches. Williams going to try and push his way. He didn't get it. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to, I mean, yeah, he probably lost about 2 inches on that one. They tried for the 3rd inches, and they went backwards. They got no push on that Texans D line, and it looks like the Bears are getting ready. It looks like they're getting ready to go for it again.
Did Williams paint his nails tonight?
I don't know.
I don't get why
But
he does that.
on 4th and inches, they're in the shotgun man in motion. They snap it. They're going to hand it off. I don't know if they got it. This is going to depend on the spot. Khalil Herbert was close.
70%
I don't
probability
think he got there, though.
analytics.
I don't think he got there.
He did not get there. He was stuffed right at the line. I can tell you right now. They
They
giving him
gave
the
him the
first
first
down.
down.
Bad call. Look at the side view. He got stuffed way before.
Yeah, he
Nope.
was stuck behind his
That is
lineman.
not a first down. And I don't know why the booth ain't
Well,
initiating a view themselves right now. Review themselves.
Williams over the middle for about a 6, 7 yard gain.
Tackling.
DeAndre Carter, another catch there. He's having a good game here. I mean, he's the leading receiver for the Bears so far. 3 catches, 32 yards. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back on with you.
Okay. Williams, 89, 67 yards, 2nd and 4. Take snap, play action, back to pass, drops it off on the screen, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Bears. The Bears. The Bears. If you're Caleb Williams here, I should say, if you're a viewer here or if you're listening to us, you will most likely hear either DJ Moore or Keenan Allen's name here. Wouldn't surprise me if you hear Cole Kmet or Romeo Dunze either, but if you're Williams in this situation, you're really looking for Allen or DJ Moore. Back to pass, looking, spikes it, and we got a flag. Timeout Chicago, their 2nd of the half before the play clock expired. .6:58 to go till halftime. Chicago 3, Houston 13. Kevin Warren in the booth. Bears president and CEO. 3rd and 4 for the Bears. Williams in the shotgun. Wide receiver in motion. 3 wide left, 1 wide right. Keep an eye out for DJ Moore on this play. And we got a flag. This appears it's going to be a false start against Chicago. And that's what it is. It'll be 3rd and 9 now. For the Bears. That penalty on right, number 58. Now 3rd and 8 for the Bears. Williams once again in shotgun, running back. 2 guys on his right and left hips. Keep an eye out for DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. 2 out wide left, 1 out wide right. Keep an eye out for DJ Moore or Keenan Allen in this situation if you're a Bears fan. Williams back to pass, looking. Under pressure, going all over the place, still looking, and he's sacked. No, still gets away, and now he's brought down from behind. Geez, Pete, how did Williams almost get away from that? I don't know. And the Bears will be forced to punt after the Texans' 2nd sack of the game. Nice job by Williams evading the rush, but just couldn't get away from the last guy. Garrett, number 95, on a sack for Houston. The boot is away. And it'll be hauled in at about the 12 or 13, and that's where Texas and CJ Stroud will start when we come back with 6:01 left in the first half. It's Chicago 3, the Texans 13. And welcome back here as we get ready to start the Texans drive. As they are up 13-3. Here in the Lone Star State. First and 10 for Houston from their own 13, up 13-3, 6:01 to go till halftime. Stroud under center, digs out right. Nico Collins out left. Stroud takes snap, hand off to Mixon. And he goes down for a 2-yard loss. Brisker, the Michigan product, on the tackle.
On 3rd and 4 here, Edmonds gets a huge sack. He just came straight past the center and the right guard, swung around, and just got to Stroud for the sack. A big play. There's those linebackers I talked about for the Bears making a play there. Going to force Houston to punt from deep in their own end. And this could set this Bears offense up with good field position here right before the end of the half.
Not trying to sound dumb or anything here, but do sacks take points on quarterbacks' fantasy scores? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one, as the Bears will take over at the Houston 49-yard line.
Did you see Caleb Williams on that sack by Garrett for the Texans? He almost got out of all that.
He did. Yeah, that was a wild play.
That was almost a Caleb Williams specialty play right there.
That
Used to
was,
see
yeah,
that
that
all
was
the time in college.
that was a wild play on that one.
Oh yeah,
As
DJ just got leveled.
Williams on 1st and 10 here, dropping back to pass off play action, going to throw it to the running back out of the backfield. It's Swift, and he'll pick up about 7 yards on the play.
But I would think if you're a Texans fan, and if you were to be asked right now, would you be happy being up 13-3 late in the second quarter against a rookie quarterback? I would. I'm sure most of the Texans fans would say yes to that.
In the NFL, a win's a win. It's not like college. You got to win and look good while you win. In the
Townsend
NFL,
got
it's just a
moved to
win's
the
a win.
Texans.
So as long as my team's up, I don't care. I don't care how it looks as long as they win.
Townsend is on the Texans now. I didn't know that. Now I will ask you this: seeing Bryce Young in 2 games now, do you think it is safe for us to call Bryce Young a bust yet?
You're breaking up bad again.
Okay, just a second. Any better now?
Yeah.
I said, with being able to see Bryce Young these first 2 games of his second season now, is it time that we start considering him a bust?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. He's on the worst team the NFL might have ever seen. He has literally nothing around him. Terrible coaching. I wouldn't call him a bust, but I would say he's probably not going to work out in Carolina. Hopefully, he'll get an opportunity somewhere else that
So
can
we're
develop
thinking
him.
kind of like the Baker Mayfield situation with the Browns,
I think so.
where he might have one
I
good
think
year.
so.
3rd and 3
Yeah,
coming up for the
that's what I'm
Bears.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking is that he's going to be able to go somewhere else and be better, but he needs to be developed. And I mean, anybody needs players around them. When you're on a team that bad, it doesn't matter how good you're. Like Mahomes would struggle to win 5 games on that team.
DJ Moore with his first
As
catch.
we're at the 2 minute warning right now, as the Bears have a nice drive going. They're at the Houston 26. They'll have it 1st and 10 when we get back. Um,
I
two
will say
minutes to
quick.
go. They got a timeout. Texans have 2 timeouts. As you know, this is going to be interesting to see what happens here late because the Bears do get the ball. The Bears do get the ball back to start the second half.
No, I'll say my
Um,
question for you for halftime that I got for you because it's a pretty good question that might take you a little while to answer.
okay.
It's like a 2 or 3 part question. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're there still or not, but you have any thoughts on Braylon Allen scoring his first career NFL touchdown?
I think they said he was the youngest player to score a touchdown since 1930. We're back from the 2 minute warning now. Caleb Williams and this Bears offense looking to go get some points on the board. See what they can do here.
Who would you say is the most overrated player in the NFL to this point, or most underwhelming player that is quote unquote an elite player in the NFL up to this point, at least past 2 weeks?
So yeah, Keenan Allen is out for this game. That could be a big loss for the Bears here in this one. Haven't really seen much of Odunze. DJ Moore currently leading them receiving wise now.
Did you hear what
As
I said?
there's a throw out wide to the tight end, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Bring up 2nd and 10. Jalen Petrie, Will Anderson out there getting the tackles. Big hits out there, and way to just shut that screen pass down. We'll see if the Bears are aggressive here. Try and go, maybe work the middle of the field, try and get a touchdown or something.
No, if I was the Bears here, what I would do is I would put DJ Moore out on the skinny post. And if you got him in the
Possibly.
middle, take him.
As Williams looking, he's just going to have to dump it off to the running back. That's what I'm saying. Williams' stat line has improved a lot. I mean, 12 of 14 for 91 yards, but it's all just been checkdowns. What it really reminds me of is that first half for DJ against Georgia Tech for Florida State in week 0. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Like the stat line looks solid, but when you look, I mean, he's barely throwing the ball down the field.
As they say in baseball, it shows up as a line drive in a box score, but in reality, it's really not that good.
Exactly.
I don't know if
So
you heard what I said or not.
third
If
and
I was,
nine, Houston took a timeout, so there's a minute and 11 to go here in this one as the Texans potentially trying to get the ball back and go do something with it, put some points up on the board. So 3rd and 9 here for the Bears. This would be huge if they can convert here.
I don't
This would
know
be
if you heard
huge if
what
they
I
can.
said or not because I was breaking up. I don't know if I was breaking up or not. But who do you think the most underwhelming player through the first 2 weeks has been in the NFL?
Aaron Rodgers, without a doubt. Aaron Rodgers.
No
He's been
hesitation.
hyped up so much, but he just hasn't performed. Which I get it. He's 41 years old, trying to come off of a torn Achilles injury. Like, you can't blame the guy. It's just been all the hype he got both last year and then coming into this year returning, he's a little overrated.
And then I'll ask conversely
Been
quick,
at
who has
least at this
been
point in his career, he's been underwhelming this year. As a 3rd and 14 after the false start on Darnell Wright.
and then I'll ask conversely here quick, who has been the most surprising or
Williams
best
looking
play?
deep, and there's going to be a pass interference flag.
Oh, let me guess. I was probably going for DJ Moore.
I believe that's who they were targeting. No, they were targeting Carter.
What that explains it. As I
And
was
that's
saying,
going to put the ball on the 6-yard line.
as I was saying, quick conversely, who has been your biggest standout or who you would say overperformer to this point this year?
Um,
For me, it's San Fran's backup running back.
I would say so, yeah. I mean, you probably got to give it to him. I mean, there was no expectations of him coming into the year, and then to replace McCaffrey and do what he's done. I'd say so.
Also, big blow for Christian McCaffrey owners in fantasy football.
And there's going to be a false start on the Bears. It's going to move them back to have a 1st-and-goal from the 11.
Well, since we got a little pause, since there's a false start, do you think if anybody does fantasy football here, should they consider cutting Christian McCaffrey even though he's out 6 weeks?
No, because you have an IR spot.
Depends on what league you're in.
Well, mostly, I mean, if you don't have an IR spot, I'd cut him if you need players on your bench. But most leagues at least have one IR spot. As Williams, a big scramble there down to the 2-yard line. There wasn't really any options to throw, and he's going to scramble.
I would definitely say to this point, most shocking upset of the NFL season. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but it has to be the Vikings beating the 49ers. Granted, they didn't have McCaffrey, but still, major upset, especially with Sam Darnold at quarterback.
A throw to the end zone going to be incomplete. Looking for Odunze there. Wasn't able to come down with it. Good spotted ball. I mean, you had to throw it high where he could go get it. Going to be a tough catch. He wasn't able to pull it down.
Speaking of Odunze, I understand he's a rookie and all of that, but then there was a lot of hype surrounding him, obviously, with him being the third wide receiver taken off the board, that he could potentially be better than Marvin. What has gone wrong with Odunze so far in his first game and a half?
I mean, he's just a rookie and he has a rookie quarterback with him. I think that's pretty much it. Like, he'll be okay. He's an elite wide receiver. It's just growing pains, especially when your quarterback is also a rookie. As there is a 2-yard run on 3rd down from Khalil Herbert for the touchdown. The extra point is up and good. It's going to be 13-10 here with 32 seconds left. I would assume the Texans probably just take this to the half.
The other thing I will say, conversely, the Texans could do is run the ball, and if they get a gain out of it, decent gain out of it, you could start pushing your way down the field.
Yeah, you could. I mean, they'll probably hand it off.
That could have been PI on Lassiter as well. There would have been a really ticky tacky PI, but he did have him around the waist, loosely to be granted. But
I don't know. I like the no call there because they were both very handsy on that play with each other. I like the no call personally on that one.
as you noted there, nice run by Khalil Herbert on the end around, sort of, kind of, whatever you want to call it.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Alrighty.
As we're back, and there's going to be a penalty on the Bears that'll be added to the end of the play. Now, I think considering this, I think we're going to see Houston throw the football here.
Yep. More fantasy points. Sweet. I'll take
Oh,
it.
yep. False start on the kickoff team.
How do you have a false start on the kickoff team?
So
Oh,
Stroud dropping back. Houston with one timeout left. He's going to dump it off short. He doesn't quite get out of bounds. They got to hurry.
they have one timeout. Unless they
Yeah,
just
Houston's
used it.
going to call the timeout.
Also, I don't know if you saw earlier today, but Dustin Hopkins, Browns forced a fumble on
So
Jacksonville
22
on the
seconds on
kickoff.
the clock. Houston's going to have it about midfield, and Fairbairn has a huge leg, and you're indoors. I'm thinking you probably only got to go, I don't
Another
know,
15, 20 yards.
15, 20, yeah, 15, 20 yards to get a field goal kickoff here.
I will say quick. I don't know if you saw, but earlier today, Browns had a 3-10 lead over Jacksonville. They forced a fumble on the kickoff with a huge hit. They recovered it, and then they threw a flag on Dustin Hopkins for him being across the 50-yard line before the ball carrier touched the ball. Do you like that new rule?
I mean, it's just something that they have, with the way it's set up is just something they got. Is incomplete pass looking for Tank Dell.
Also, shouldn't the clock stop for a second because he got the first down?
It doesn't in the NFL.
Is it just me, or does it feel like NFL games clocks go faster, but the game takes longer? But the college game clocks go slower, but the game feels like it goes faster.
I think it's because the commercial breaks aren't as long in college.
And also, there's way less.
As Stroud, Nico Collins, what a catch. What
One
a
hander.
catch. They're going to review that one, but what a catch on that one.
Did you see the? I bet it won't top that Bengals interception though.
I don't think that's going to be a catch.
Let me see it here once we get to it.
Because he kind of bobbles. I don't know if he gets 2 feet down after securing the ball.
Give it to him for effort. I don't care. That wasn't Collins, by the way. That was Tank Dell. Oh, are you talking about the play after the Tank Dell incompletion?
Yeah, it's the next play to Nico Collins.
Oh, okay. Because I just saw the Tank Dell incompletion. So I'm about to see this play. Let's see. See if this was a catch. That's a catch. It's really, really, really close. No, that's not a catch. He only had 1 foot in bounds. That's going to get overturned.
That's a catch. No, that's a catch. He secured it on his shoulder with his left foot down.
You have to have 2 feet down, remember?
Yeah, he pins it to his shoulder, his left foot's down, and then his right foot hits. That's a catch. Yeah, that'll be a catch. And the play will stand, be first down Houston. And now there's gonna
I
be a
mean,
false
talk
start
about a
on
game of
Laramie Tunsil.
inches. Literally. More like a game of centimeters.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
pinched out a half a second later, that's incomplete.
So yeah, false start on Tunsil. Back Houston up to the 41. So from here, they're looking at a 58-yard field goal. I mean, Fairbairn can make that. You obviously want to get a little bit closer and get out of bounds. But they can make.
And I'll have my question for you quick before we hit that go to halftime break quick. Revolving around partially Caleb Williams and somebody else as well.
So the Bears will now take their final timeout. So they got that timeout back. They get the timeout back because the booth initiated the review when the Bears called it. Looking for Tank Dell. Missed him. So that'll bring on a 59-yard field goal for Fairbairn.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and ask you that question I have for you quick
59
while we're.
yards, and it is good. He got it.
So the question I had for you quick. In your opinion, with obviously so many rookies being in the NFL this year, only the ones that have really started, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels, because I believe those are the only three rookie QBs that are starting right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
How would you rank them in order from best to worst so far?
I would say so far Daniels has played the best. Obviously, I mean he got a good win today over the Giants. I would say he's played the best. I would say then probably Williams, then Bo Nix is how I'd probably rank them.
Because I know if you really think about it, Penix hasn't really played yet. I can pretty much guarantee you would think Penix is going to be a star in this league. It's just a matter of time, though.
I think so because I think he's on the best team of all three of them. And not only that, he gets to sit behind a veteran like Cousins. The same thing Jordan Love kind of got to do under Rodgers. I think that's going to be huge for his development. I think Penix is going to be an elite star
And you
here.
could see that.
I think it'll be 2 or 3 years before he starts, but I think when he does, he's going to be a star. As the Bears are going to try and run this kickback, and they're going to be knocked down at the 24, and that'll take us to the half.
And I will say
So
quick.
we are going to take a break for the half, and we'll be back with you guys for the start of the third quarter.
You can say the same thing about Spencer Rattler, too.